Welcome, my name is Sean Donahue with Citrix, and we're broadcasting live from the Dell booth at Citrix Synergy. And joining me today is Jeff McNaught, Executive Director and Chief Strategy Officer. Jeff, thanks for joining me.
Sean, I'm glad to be here. This is an exciting time to be at Synergy. I was at the very first, which had a different name back then, back in, I'll say the late 90s. I don't want to age myself. But, Wise, which kind of got started with all this, was acquired by Dell in the middle of 2012, and we are now a fully integrated unit of Dell, and we're part of what we call cloud client computing at Dell, and that's all about implementing the Citrix vision in the lowest cost and the easiest way with the highest levels of security. And so we've got a huge booth here with a lot of our solutions, and I want to talk to you about some things that are really important. So if we have to separate a little bit, one of the big things that we've been working on for the last 2 years is to make it easier and less expensive to deploy the Citrix vision. And we know that that's a different implementation whether you're a big enterprise or you're mid-market or you're even SMB. Our objective was to make it really attractive and really easy now for mid-market and SMB to deploy the Citrix technology. And so we've introduced 2 products. These are appliances, hyper-converged infrastructure appliances that include the server, the storage, the networking, and we preload all of the software, including the Citrix software on it. Yep. So a customer who wants to maybe run 75 to 300 users grabs this device right here called the Dell Appliance for Wise and Citrix, and they can put it in their data center, plug it into power and networking, turn it on, answer 20 easy questions in our wizard, and in 2 hours they're up and running with up to 300 desktops.
In just 20 questions.
It's an amazing solution. We've simplified everything so that you don't need a PhD to set this up.
Right.
In fact, it's not only good for 75 to 300 users, it can scale up to 5,000 users if you need that scalability, simply by adding new devices that you scale in.
Right.
Now, this is a great solution for that segment, but we've also built something for the big enterprises who also want that simplicity. And this is called the Dell XC, right? And this introduces the Citrix software in a scale that goes up to 50,000 or 100,000 users, but all in the same simplified model, easy to set up, easy to scale. And we're really excited about this because Dell is the only company that really does VDI truly end-to-end. The technology like this, and of course our discrete components and servers, as well as software, as well as things like these thin clients. And so here at Synergy, we've made 7 new announcements. It's the biggest set of announcements we've ever made, which I think shows the commitment we have to Citrix, the commitment we have to customers using Citrix. And let me just walk you through some things that we've done quickly, if that's okay.
Please, I'd love it.
So the first thing we've done is we've updated both of our firmwares that we build into our thin clients. Now you know that Dell and the Wise brand is #1 worldwide for secure thin clients, but we wanted to make it even better. We've introduced a new Linux-based firmware for our thin clients that adds a whole new user interface, new manageability, making it easier and safer to use a Linux thin client. We've also introduced a new version of ThinOS. Now ThinOS is the worldwide leader and the gold standard in thin client security, developed by Wise back in 2000 and has never been hacked successfully since. And so we've introduced now Wise ThinOS 8.3, which introduces new technology from Citrix, as well as other partners, so it's a state-of-the-art experience. But most importantly, we've partnered with Citrix to build the experience engine right into ThinOS so that now we can deliver an awesome Link 2010, Link 2013, and especially now Skype for Business.
Skype for Business,
this becomes now the most secure device you can use to do unified communications. Super exciting.
Yes.
But we didn't stop there, right? We've now revamped our Wise Device Manager management software, which is the most scalable thin client management software in the industry, capable of supporting up to not 5, not 10, but 100,000 simultaneously connected thin clients. We just built a brand new user interface on it. We've made it beautiful, we've made it easy, we've made it web-based, and guess what? It's not only on premises, it's now can be deployed in an Amazon cloud, or even in Azure cloud.
Really?
A lot of customers are looking to move those sorts of technologies to the cloud. So on top of all that great software I just talked about, we're introducing 2 new thin clients. And these are the Wise 3030 LT. This is a dual-core Intel architecture, designed for the fat part of the market, very affordable to deploy in large volumes, but optimized for unified communications, like that Skype technology I just talked about. And this is available with either the ThinOS operating system or our new Thin Linux operating system. So good choice, good flexibility for customers. But then this is the new Dell Wise 7040. This is the most powerful thin client we've ever built, and I've been with the company for over 25 years. This thing is available with Intel 6th generation Core i5 or i7. Wow. Why would you need that much power? Many folks now want to do more with the client device itself, right? So they're going to not only connect to the Citrix environment, but they might want to have local applications installed for whatever reason. They might want to be doing unified communications directly on the thin client, and this supports all of that, plus it supports all of the needs of the federal government. TAA, CAC, full support for secure view, as well as lots and lots of connectivity, fiber or optical networking through 6 USB 3.0 ports, fastest device we've ever built. On top of all this, we've just introduced security. We're the #1 security guys here, and so we've now built a secure solution for Windows Embedded, right? Windows Embedded thin clients are a little bit more vulnerable than something like ThinOS. So we've now brought ThinOS up to the 99th percentile of protection for our customers using a new technology, software that loads right onto the Windows Embedded Thin Client called Threat Defense. We've taken that idea and expanded it to protect the Citrix environment itself. So we have a technology called Endpoint Security Suite Enterprise. It installs in the Citrix environment and delivers that same level of 99% protection against advanced persistent threats, including zero-day threats. Wow. Completely protects your Citrix environment. Also includes encryption, so if somebody gets into your data or somebody misappropriates data, it's worthless, and also includes great authentication. So in total, biggest set of announcements we've ever announced. Huge fans of Citrix and the environment, so I'm just so excited.
Wow, that is amazing stuff. And I mean, I'm all in on this. You've got the 3 S's I always look for. You've got simplicity, scalability, and most importantly, security. Jeff, where does a guy like me go to get more information on this?
It's really simple. Just come to dell.com/wise, W-I-S-E.
That's simple enough for me. All right, Jeff, thanks for joining me here today at Citrix Synergy. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you catch our next episode. Cheers.